Now, let's talk about funding for solutions to the homeless crisis. Back in December, we told you that Multnomah County was sitting on tens of millions of dollars of taxpayer money from the voter-approved Supportive Housing Services tax, about $47 million to be exact. Money simply not spent on an issue that's about as in your face as it gets. Fast forward to this past May, and the county still had not spent that money. And as of summer began, frustration began growing as the money goes unspent. Nonprofits and shelters struggling to make ends meet want to know why it's not being used.
It's extremely frustrating to know that at the end of a year that there's so many millions of dollars left over, and we're saying we want to help, we're on your team, but we need your help to provide that service. And they would rather end the year with money not spent than give us the opportunity to do our job.
Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Peterson called the county's underspending of these dollars simply unacceptable and pledged to make changes moving forward. Though it wasn't until late last week, more than 2 months later, when she finally held a work session on how to spend that money.
In my commitment to transparency, I'm looking forward to engaging in public discussion as a board around the investments that we're making to address the crisis on our streets.
Turns out the county has way more unspent money than they first reported. Talking about transparency, in addition to the $47 million in unspent taxpayer dollars, a county spokesperson now tells us there's another $58 million in unspent funding from this fiscal year. 40 million of that has already been committed to next year's budget. So that means right now there's roughly 65 million extra dollars available for the county to spend on addressing homelessness. The county's newest commissioner, Julia Brim Edwards, who represents portions of East and Southeast Portland, had her own thoughts on what the money should be used for.
First, 500 new shelter beds. If we want to, we have more than 6,000 individuals living on the street without access to basic services. And so the funds I put on the table about a $7 million investment in 500 new beds, shelter beds. And then in addition, some resources to preserve some existing beds out at Bybee Lake. In addition, the second piece is when the city of Portland implements its new camping restrictions, there will be a need for people to have services during the day. So I also included some funds for day centers.
The commissioners also heard from dozens of other people who showed up last week to testify, sharing what they think the money should be used for.
First, we hope you'll consider using the unanticipated revenue to purchase a building that could be used for transitional supportive housing.
It would be very fortuitous if we were to invest those funds partially into temporary hotel, motel arrangements.
We need this unspent dollars and new dollars in our community, and we need funding for victim defense.
The county will meet again this month before finalizing their plan for how they're actually going to use that money. But what do you think about all this? What should or shouldn't the county spend all the money on? Let us know, will you? Send us an email at thestory@kgw.com or call and leave a voicemail, 503-226-5090.